Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my second part of my 500 subscriber special. I wanted to do something else on top of just the face reveal. So I thought, why not, for my 500 subscribers special, remake my most popular video on my channel, which is my switches in my house video. So if we look here, it's currently sitting at, I don't know how well you can see that, 120,569 views. I think I said that right. I've never been good with reading the bigger numbers. But anyway, let's go ahead. We're at the front door here, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so like I said before, here we are at the front door. We have these two switches right here. This first one does the outside lights, which are these three recessed lights on the front of the house. That one, that one, and that one. All on that switch there, the first one. This second switch here does that outlet there, that switched outlet. Both halves are switched, or both outlets are. It's not one of those ones where only one is switched and the other is constantly on. See if I turn it off. If it was one of those, one of these the lamp would come on in one of these spots, but it doesn't, because both of them are switched. But honestly, that's not a big deal, because the only thing that gets really plugged is this lamp stays in that outlet, and occasionally I charge my laptop from it. And what I do is I just unplug the lamp and keep the switch on, which is a little annoying, but whatever. What are you gonna do? Right here under our eating bar, we have this dimmer switch here, which does these two recessed lights. These two kind of pot lights, recessed lights, can lights, whatever you want to call them. That's the switch. Used to be a different dimmer here, but I had to change it because my parents didn't like the one that was there. In the office, which is technically just the third bedroom, this switch here does that light there. Those generic builder grade fixtures. That and the boob lights, which actually there was one there and here as well. In here in the master bedroom, we have this switch here, which goes to this light fixture. This is actually a Kitchener Barrington collection semi-flush mount fixture from Lowe's, I think it was. Shut this fan off. This switch right here, this one. This switch was here in the last video. This fan was not, because by that time I hadn't moved this in here. This switch does the Hampton Bay San Marino, the light kit of the San Marino. It only controls the light kit, because as you see, if I turn the light off, if I turn off the chain, the fan keeps running, because the fan is hot wired. And I just control it using the pull chain. There's high, off, low, which doesn't work, medium. That's low. That's medium. So there's that. Sorry, I had to wipe my nose for a second. In the bathroom, we have these two switches. This first one, which used to be one of these switches, but I changed it out for this dimmer, which came from downstairs. Because I changed another dimmer downstairs. I changed a lot of switches out. This dimmer here, it's a Lutron Maestro CL dimmer, I think is what it is. Sorry, I just had to answer a phone call. Yeah, this dimmer does the vanity light there, which buzzes for some reason, but I think it's just because of this dimmer. Even though this is a demo fixture and this is an LED rated dimmer, because this is a LED fixture, because there's no light bulbs. This switch here does the exhaust fan. It's a Brown with a new tone motor, because I had to replace the motor because it burned out or it seized up or one of those two. I think it seized up. This switch right here does the hallway light. This LED bulb's been flickering. I think it's on its way out. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think this one might be on its way out. Interesting. I've never seen one of these bulbs fail before. One of these bulbs, I've seen other LED bulbs fail, but not this luminous kind. And I have a whole bunch of these. I have this generation, and then there's two, and then these two bulbs are also luminous here, but they're the older kind because they have a slightly different design than these ones, the ones that are in that light. In the kitchen, we have this switch right here. Oh, I forgot to mention, this switch here is a Lutron Cassetta in-wall dimmer. It's the older kind, not the Lutron Cassetta Diva dimmer. And also, this is technically kind of a switch for it. It's more of a remote, but I have a remote here on the side of the dresser to control the light. It controls the switch, controls the light, but anyway. And this one here is a Lutron Cassetta, just a regular on-off smart switch, because I can't have a dimmer here because of the fan. This switch here controls the ceiling fan, which is the 48-inch Hargreaves Northumberland, and then this track light right here. And actually, this switch right here also has one of those remotes right here. So that controls the kitchen lights as well. I do have like a wall bracket for this. So technically, if I really wanted to, I could mount it right here, get a 3-gang switch plate and put it here, and then have like, this could be a wireless 3-way switch without having to wire anything in. But I don't know, that's not really that important because that remote just usually stays there. Right here under the kitchen counter, we have this switch right here, which is already on, which does the under cabinet lights, the two over there, and the two over here. Turn that back on. And then this switch over here does the garbage disposal, which I'm not going to be able to turn on because there's a lot of dishes in the sink. If it was free, I would have run the water and turned it on for you, but I can show you what it looks like. I think I mentioned in the original video we had to replace it because I don't know what happened to the old one. I think the old one was just acting up. Oh, this is my dog. The old one was just acting up, I think. Or maybe it was just old. I don't know. We have these two switches right here. Sorry if it sounds like I'm sick. My allergies are going crazy. Or I might have a little bit of a cold. My nose has been running like crazy recently, and I probably sound stuffed up, so I'm sorry about that. We have these two switches here by our back door. This first one does this pendant light. You can see the remnants of the old fixture that was up there before, which was like a light with a dome light with twist on glass. But the glass fell off and broke, so it was globeless for years until we replaced it with this pendant. I think this pendant looks a lot better because it fills out the space and it just looks nice. This switch does the lights in the backyard, which is that one, this one, and this one over here. If you're wondering if this lamppost is on a switch, it's not. It plugs in right there. Mine isn't plugged in. The garage, the shed has no switches in it because there's no power out there. These lights are run off the outlet on the garage, so I have an extension cord running over there. Now it's kind of windy. I don't know if we'll ever run power out to the shed, but if we do, I'd probably just have some kind of exterior lighting, like maybe some of these recessed lights, and just a couple of basic fixtures inside, maybe some LED ones, some shop lights or something. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the switches in the garage or not. We'll see how it plays out. But if I don't, well, you'll see by the end of the video if I do or don't. Well, if I don't, nothing's really changed in there, so as for the switches or the lighting or anything. This switch here at the top of the stairs does this light at the bottom of the stairs. Stairs going into the basement. We have 4 switches. This is the biggest amount of switches we have in one box. Well, we have 6 switches in the garage, but they're all just in 2 game boxes. So technically this is the biggest amount of switches in one game, because we have mostly 2 gangs, a few 1 gangs, and a few 3 gangs. This switch on the far left is the second switch for this light at the bottom of the stairs. This dimmer here, this one right here, does the 4 lights over here. Those 4, I'll dim them for you. These 2 are also those Lutron Maestro CL dimmers. I think that's what they are, yeah. So they are dimmed. While we're over here, we'll take a little detour. I'll get back to these 2 in a minute. We have this switch right here, which is actually lighted. There's a neon light in there, which does these 3 lights on our eating bar, or a wet bar. It's not our eating bar. The eating bar is upstairs. I'm sorry, I have to go to the bathroom. Sorry about that. Anyway, continuing on, we have this second dimmer here, which does the 7 lights in this area. On this side of the basement, I guess you could say. So these 6 right here, and then that one. There used to be one here, but it got removed because of the TV. But if there was a light here, it would also control. Well, it did control this, the one that was here as well. But like I said before, we removed it because of the TV. Yeah. I'll just show you them dimmed for a second. Oh, I didn't mean to bump that switch. You can see them dimmed there. This switch here does the hallway lights right there. I'll leave that on. Right here we have this switch, which is the power switch for the furnace, which is right there. And it's running right now, so it's kind of loud in here. So is this deep freeze. This switch right here, motion sensor switch. occupancy sensor switch. I don't remember if it was a Maestro one or not. I don't remember. This switch right here controls this light right here. This LED strip light. It's kind of like a shop light. It's a Lithonia lighting one. So that's their logo, I think. There's also one on this end, right there. Back here, we have this switch. It just does the light under the stairs. It's literally just a light socket, that's it, because you don't really need anything fancy. This will turn off the light after a minute of inactivity. Is that the right? Yeah, that's the right word to use. This switch in the hallway here is the second switch for this hallway light. In my bedroom down here, we have this first switch, which controls all 6 lights in the room here. And then this dimmer does nothing. It used to be 2 of these switches. Actually, the one that's in the bathroom upstairs this is where it came from, because I installed this Wi-Fi dimmer here. The reason why there's a 2-game box is because there's a 2-game box because the switch that used to be here used to only control, you'll remember from the original video, it used to just control these 2 lights here, and then the one here, well, it's still here, it just isn't connected anymore. Used to control just the 4 over there. Now there's this Wi-Fi dimmer, which controls all of them, because I wanted all of them to be smart. I didn't mean to do that. It's a touch control. This is a Genie tap plus dim, or tap and dim, or whatever you want to call it. Smart Wi-Fi dimmer. In the bathroom here, we have these 3 switches. This first one does the vanity light, which now all works because I bought LED bulbs for it finally. This switch here in the middle does the shower light. It's kind of out of focus. There we go. And this timer switch on the end here. You're not wanting to focus right now. This timer switch on the end here does the exhaust fan. It's another Brown. It's a newer one. Way newer than the one upstairs. Like I said, we'll see about the garage. Actually, I could probably do the garage quickly. Actually, let's go do the garage. All right, out here in the garage, we got these 4 switches right here. This first one, does the 2 fluorescent lights in the loft. The second one does the 4 lights in the main area, I like to call it. Those 4 there. This switch does the outside lights. This one, and then 2 on the front, which, screw it, I'll show you them. Slippery. That switch also does those 2 lights. This switch here does the ceiling fan, which looks like it has. The blades are, one's, they bent. Yeah, it looks like they're bent a bit. Interesting. How that happened, or is maybe just the way I'm looking at it. No, they do look bent. It's kind of windy outside. And then over here we have these two switches. This first one does this floodlight in the garden. That one right there. I didn't really see it very well. There you go. Nothing too special. And then this switch does these three shop lights, fluorescent lights. They used to all have just these ones fluorescent bulb, but I put this LED retrofit in this one. I don't know why I did that, I just wanted to do it. There's a bunch of them up there. I think that is all the switches in my house. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later with the next video. Oh, my feet are wet now. Bye.